Hi guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole and this is Mr. Bowie, although you can't really see him at the minute, but he's decided to just sit in and chill with us for this video. Now on this channel there is some cash budgeting, there's some prepping, and as we build up to my favourite time of the year, which is Christmas, there will also be lots of Christmassy themed preps and planning and all wonderful things like that. Now you guys really took to... You guys really took to my, hi, I need those bits of paper you're sitting on. Hello. Okay. Now you guys really took to my November week 1 video where I actually fully set up my budget and laid that out for you. So I thought I'd do the same for November week 2. Mr. Bowie is currently sitting on my monthly planner and then also my very rough week 3 these bills are coming out, week 2 those bills are coming out. So I'm going to have to manage as best I can because the essential information I need is currently not being moved and I can't access it right now. But we don't need to worry about week 3, we're on week 2. If you do follow my community page and you are a subscriber, you will have seen the most glorious sunrise that I've watched come up as I sat down to record this video. For those of you that did see it, about 20 minutes later, the sky that I'm currently staring at now is completely grey, cloudy, and the rain has already started. So I love this time of year, but yeah, it's so changeable. Now, this week, and I've just got to make sure I get my dates right, is running from the 7th to the 13th. And... sorry, I'm just going to conscious of the cat today, guys, so it might be a slightly stoppy-starty video as and when he interrupts, but, you know, he's looking for attention and that's fine. I've had a whole weekend of work and he just wants to be a bit close to me today because I am not needed anywhere until this evening. So, once again, we come as normal to my goals, and my goals this week are Vinted, because, spoiler alert, I didn't get anything done on Vinted last week at all. It was just not a great week for that. We've got Christmas shopping begins in earnest. And then we also have housework because it's just a point of uncontrollable chaos that I need to get on top of. I've got 2 days off at the start of this week. Well, I say 2 days off, I'm not in work until 6 o'clock on Monday evening, and then I'm off all of Tuesday. So I thought that would... oh, thanks. Right. Now that I actually have my bits of paper, we can actually resume the video. So whilst I don't mind some feline company, it is nice actually to just have my whole desk back, and I can also slightly zoom in for you as well. So in theory... there we are, that's a little bit better. Thanks for bearing with us, guys. Yeah, the house just needs dealing with, laundry, cleaning, tidying up, putting things away, the whole caboodle. I just need to get on and do it because I've been avoiding it for a bit. So those are my goals this week. Freelancing is missing. There's going to be a little bit of a break for a bit because they are a little bit behind in what they need to deliver me, and I'm not going to hang around waiting for stock and just kind of be... there going hello, I'm still here. So I'm just going to crack on with what I can get on with, so there won't be any freelancing income this week. I'm going to cough, I'm sorry. So let's go to my income. So my only projected income this week is UC, which is my universal credit payment, and that is, I estimated it was going to be anywhere from 120 to 560 because I couldn't get that. I really struggled to calculate how they do things, and this is because I'm only getting this because my standard wage from my employers was so low in October. That's very much not going to be the case, I think, going forward, so this is just very much a one-off. Vinted, there may be payments coming in from Vinted, so I am going to put them in there. And then there is nothing else. There's a large military aircraft going on overhead. I do apologise about that, guys. We're just going to try and talk over it. So at the moment, my projected income for this week is £468.58. Now, because this is getting paid into the account that has the overdraft on it, the remainder of that overdraft is £27.95. So that will actually completely clear off that overdraft debt. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this bank account. It is a basic current account. However, because it's one that I had, it was like my first kind of basic current account that I had, especially when I had my debts originally, and then when I took on a large amount of like the consumer debt that I have now. It's an account that obviously, you know, third parties are aware of and can access, you know, because of payment arrangement and direct debits and stuff in the past. So I'm actually really tempted to I'm toying with the idea of closing this account completely and opening up just a new completely basic account that I can set all of my bills coming out of, and then whatever is my Monzo, which is my normal spending current account, I can just have that for that, and like, you know, do my online spending from there, like my Etsy and purchases and stuff like that. But we will see. It's just a very like rough idea I'm toying with, but I like the idea of like a clean break, and you know, clearing off that overdraft is going to be great as well. So there's that extra debt there. So let's come to my fixed. So I have to pay this week my BT, which is my internet, and yep, you can all see that lovely. And that is £38 because I didn't ring in time to get the £7 like add-on thing that I didn't even realise was on my account removed. So that will be off for the next one. We have the first of a regular debt arrangement payment, which is Credit Spring. Now this is £10 a month. The balance on that debt overall, because there's two of them, but this actually treats both, is £240 total. Now, if I were to just pay the £10 a month for and just do that as the minimum, it would take me 2 years to clear, and that's ridiculous for that. However, I got the arrangement in place and took the offer of the £10 a month minimum because I didn't want that to go forward in terms of like credit agency reporting and any more charges and fees being added. So I'm going to start to pay the minimums on this one, and then that will be one that I snowball very, very quickly. What I'm probably going to do, I was toying with doing like this is how I am after 2 months of budgeting, because I started in September. However, I'm actually going to do that around about Christmas time and almost do like a quarterly update and kind of, you know, after, you know, the closing of 2022, where am I at? How have I found my first quarter of budgeting, etc.? Where's my debt now versus where it was? What have I started to pay off? What's gone well? What do I need to like learn? What have I learned? So that is one that like is going to be kind of coming up soon-ish. And for those of you who did participate in my community poll in terms of like Christmas cupboard, that is going to be filmed today. I had started to preemptively film it and then found loads more things. And I was like, wait, if I sort out my freezer, there's stuff in there. I've got stuff in like the fridge. So I've got to be sorting out the house like, you know, over the next 3 to 4 days. So I'm going to start pulling things out and going from there. So we're going to be doing that. What's the next one I've got? I've got £10.99, which is Canva. And I'm not going to keep Canva on as like a recurring monthly thing because I do a lot of handmade stuff for Christmas, and I'm doing some kind of like photo book stuff and collage things as well. I'm going to pay for that in November and probably December, and then what I'll do is I'll just do it on like an as and when I need it basis. So it's not going to appear as a recurring subscription. And in fairness, I'm probably going to use some of my Christmas money to fund it because it's for a Christmas like purchase, but because it's coming out as a bill, that's why that's appearing in this section. We've got my car insurance. I finally worked out what's going on there. Turns out when I took it, I mean, I paid like a ridiculously high first payment in like, I think it was September, and it turns out I paid for like 9 weeks up front, and I'm like, oh god. So just like read the terms and conditions, guys. Don't do what I did, because I paid like over £200. This was before like I'd started recording, and then I was going, why has my car insurance not come out? What's going on? And yeah, finally, you know, just ring and speak to people. So that is £70. It's 60 something and some change, but I'm just going to round it up to £70. And then we've got, what else have we got? Microsoft. which is $5.99, and that actually, I think these days now, like, it's just a standard thing. Like, I may try and look and see over Christmas if there are any, or Black Friday even, if there are any like offers on like a year's worth of like Microsoft, and see if I can afford to do that. But it is something that is definitely needed. It's not one that I can get away without using, unfortunately. So I just kind of have to include it as a bill and not a luxury subscription. YouTube Premium, you haven't seen yet. It's not come out this week, the week that I'm filming, because I am trialing. I struggle with like ads and interruptions and things like that. It's just a me thing. I know like it's a luxury problem to have. I do acknowledge that. I am trialing free YouTube. Now, I have not like had free YouTube for like 2 years. If I find that the ads, I find them too intrusive and annoying and interrupting, then I will go back to YouTube Premium. But I'm trialing, for those skeptics in my comments, I'm trialing YouTube Premium without YouTube Premium. That makes no sense at all. I'm trialing free YouTube, so that's not on there yet. So I think that is all of my bills for this coming week. I'm just going to get my trusty calculator, which is my phone that you guys can't see. I've not done any, oh no, my phone actually. And I've got my pet insurance. Damn it. It's a good job I remembered that. My pet insurance is $15.61. That was due out over this weekend. And then I've also got my mobile. I've still not upgraded like the model. I'm going to try and keep it going for like as long as I can. And then look in the new year to see like if there is anything I can do, or do I start aggressively saving for like a new secondhand phone and just keep it on a cheap SIM only, which is what it's on at the minute, to be fair. So, I love the fact that I'm paying £8.50 for a relatively decent package, but sadly, yeah, I've just not put myself in a position where like I can afford the phone itself. And then 10, and then 38. So it's £159. So we're going to call that 160 actually, because it's £159 and 9 pence. So that leaves me £308. And I'm just going to like now going forward, like ignore like the random pennies and stuff. So just because that makes things a little bit easier for my brain. What have I got going on this week? So I've got to run my brother around, and we're going Christmas shopping, he and I, part one Christmas shopping in the city on Friday. But because I am running him around this week, my parents are going to cover the fuel, because I'm doing it as a favour to them basically, because they're not able to. And he's not yet driving. So my food, I've got food. I don't need fuel. Household, I think, needs 15 this week. I've got to do a concise list, but I think household needs 15 because I've just I'm at the point where like I'm running short on things. So yeah, I think 15 is what's needed, but then that should get the bulk of what I need this month. Food, I'm going to try 40, because I have gone slightly over on my food this week when I went really, really lean on 15. So I'm going to try 40 and try to see if I can budget that in as a set amount each week, and then, try looking at seeing if I can reduce there. The cat, he's fine for treats. I think he's fine for food. He's definitely fine for dry food, because I've got dry food in his preps. There is wet food in his preps. Now, I'm just wondering whether it is worth me... Oh. No. I'm going to put in £10 for cat, because what I don't want to do is eat into his preps under the guise of saving money, and then I have to top it up anyway. And then I just spend that. And actually, there is room at the minute in this week's income to do that. So that's not a problem at all. Coffee is 10 as normal. Coffee, food, household, cat, fuel is covered. So because my parents are going to be putting the money in for the fuel, whatever they give me, I will just top up. So I'm not gonna, and I don't know what that is yet, so I'm not gonna put that in there because it's basically going to equal and cancel each other out. What else have I got coming up? There's something there that's just, and I'm currently looking at my calendar. Spending. So spendy, I am going to increase this week because I've done a lot of online spending last week, which is fine because it was budgeted for and I knew what I had wanted to get and I didn't, and you know, it wasn't a problem. But I really found that like a lot of my spending money itself was getting eaten up with like delivery and like buyer's fees and stuff. So I know it's obviously part and parcel of what you're paying for, but I'm not someone where it's like spend £50 and get free delivery. Like if I don't need to spend the £50, I'll just pay for the delivery. It's not a problem. But I had a lot of that last week, so I'm going to put up to 60. There are a couple of larger priced items that it is cheaper for me to get online and they are second hand, and that's going to therefore affect the postage as well. So while I've got the room to like give myself a bit extra this week, I will. That's because I have done that research and I have looked into it, and that is the best option for me to get that item for the best price. Like, you know, I like a deal. So I think in theory that is that. So that's 100, 110, 120, 130, 135. And there will actually be a cash stuffing this week, guys. It won't be until Wednesday. Well, I won't film it until Wednesday because that's when that money goes in. But there is going to be a cash stuffing. So that leaves me 173. However, I've got to bear in mind, obviously, the fact that there is the 27.95. So whatever I have left. So let's just get that off now. So, okay, so I have £145 and 5 pence to play with. Now, I've still got Christmas. And we're going to ignore the 5p. I've still got Christmas. So that is going to... Yeah. Christmas is going to get the full 145 because it's that time of year of when I'm going to get that. Now, once again, I may not, and I haven't this week, spent all of what I've allocated because I didn't have all of the anticipated money that I had expected to come in. So Christmas is going to get the full 145. I may not spend that full amount on Christmas. It may go into other categories. It may roll over to next week. So that is what we are doing. At the same time as well, anything that my intention is now, because obviously I'm looking quite hard at what I need for work for the new job, where I'm at currently with what's in my wardrobe and what I have kind of space for in my life. Anything that I do sell on Vinted, those funds are going to fund any new work clothes. So that's what I've decided. I've not yet included them in my spending category because obviously I won't know what that is. But what I'll probably do is do maybe like a bit more of an in-depth breakdown of this. So when I round up this week, and I hope you're sticking with me because at the minute I am just talking and it's forming in my brain. Brilliant. So when I round up this week, what I may choose to do is say that, let's say, for example, the Vinted income was £20. And then when I round up, I may say that actually my spending, which is generic spending, was £40. However, clothing was £20 and that was funded by that Vinted balance. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I really hope that makes sense. But then that leaves me £27.95 is the budget, and then we go to zero. So I'm trying out a zero-based budget. Some things will be bought with cash, some things will be spent online. Yeah, it's just looking at the minute at like what cashback options I have. I was really lucky actually with Body Shop, for example. I had a £5 voucher as part of like their reward scheme, and then I found another code where it was get £5 off if you spend 20, so I was able to get £10 knocked off my order, and including postage, the whole lot came to, I think, £17, and the postage was £4. So that was like, that's the type of things that I'm looking for at the minute. What cashback can I get? What's going on here? Who's got a voucher or a referral code or anything like that? So if you do have any of that information, like, do feel free to pop it down in the description box, but in the comments, or get in touch with me. I'm a little bit sleep deprived and frazzled, I will be honest, guys. So this one has felt like a little bit of a struggle in terms of like getting everything across clearly. But I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I've got a day of filming to get through, so I am going to cut this one off fairly quickly because I've got to do my monthly planner update for you, my week 1 reconciliation for you. I've also got to start pulling together the things to film my Christmas prep video, and then I'm also going to start pulling together the information for my I think like that quarterly update. I think, yeah, I like the idea of quarterly updates. It makes my brain feel good. And then also, obviously, as well, what I'm planning on doing with like my new job and my due job income and stuff like that. So lots that I've got to try and pull together today. I've got to update my schedule as well because I've had like a rota change. So it's just, and I've got to do housework, and I hate housework, guys. I absolutely hate housework. Can I say that again? I hate housework. If I won the lottery, I'd get a maid. Like, I would get a maid and a cleaner. Forget like a personal chef. I love cooking, I love baking, but oh my, no. Right, okay, stop. We're fine. Calm. I'm really excited for this week. I think when you know you've got like money coming in, and I don't want to say like I've been wishing this current week away, but I kind of have. And I think that has like contributed to some wasted time on my part because I've spent so long just being like, come on, get here. I just need, come on, get the money in. Come on. Especially once I found out what I was due to get as well, because I got that through quite early. So yeah, it's going to be like a good week. I'm going to keep you guys all updated as per normal, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for commenting. It will come as no surprise to my lovely regular viewers that I am behind on comments. I've started to catch up slowly, but it has just been a bit of a weird week in terms of like stuff. Nothing bad, but just like lots of unexpected things have popped up in life that have just taken up more time than I thought. And then I've also been wishing time away. But I know a couple of you have said that you've come over from Liz and Les, and also Coffee and Budget. So hello, guys. Yeah, I'm always thrilled like if I get tagged in a Follow Friday, because I just kind of feel like I'm out here just doing my own little thing. But yeah, thanks to those guys for recommending my channel. But if you have found me through anyone else, like just for my own curiosity's sake, do let me know. And yeah, I am gonna go now. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, all of that YouTube jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.